Carlos, what are we doing today, man? What are you getting done?
I would like to have the South France clip haircut.
Okay, South France.
Yeah. Every time they do it kind of like in 7 shape.
Yeah.
I would like to have it like
more rounded.
More rounded, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. And then, do you want anything off the top at all?
No.
Not that stuff. Okay. All right. And what about the hair overhanging? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
With it overhanging? All right. Cool. Let's do it.
YouTube, what's going on, guys? Thank you guys for checking out another video. Guys, I want to start off this cut by sectioning it at the parietal ridge, and notice how we're scooping out. We're trying to keep this weight. This is how we're going to have a disconnected haircut, as you can see. But once the hair falls and wants to fall however it wants to live, it's going to look connected. But you got to keep that weight where you see right below the parietal ridge. So now we're going to go ahead and start with the burst fade. Remember, in the consultation, he wants it more rounded than he wants it like a mohawk, like a 7. He wants it rounded, so that's what we're going to do, like a burst fade. And so we did that with the bald line, followed with the shaver, and now we're going to follow it up with the blade all the way open. And then we can go ahead and start to take that bottom line out, starting with the clipper all the way closed and opening it little by little until it's blended. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and follow that up with a number 1 guard all the way open. Remember, we're keeping everything rounded. All of our guidelines, all of our sections will be rounded. And notice I'm using mostly the corner 2 or 3 teeth to create that effect. You can't use the whole blade and create a rounded section or a rounded guideline, right? So once we've completed that, we're gonna go ahead and start to blend up with that half guard, opening it up little by little until that one open section is blended. All right, and then last but not least, we're going to use that 2 guard once again, just to make sure it's cleaned up and ready to be blended with the 1.5 guard. So remember, we started this whole cutout with the number 2 anyways, leaving a lot of that bulk that you see there. And now we're going to follow it up with the 1.5 guard, but except I'm going to blend down. I'm going to use my 1.5 guard open and blend down, just to refrain from going up too high and ruining the work that we did to keep that bulk that you see. And stay tuned to the very end so you can see when we take these hair clips out and the hair falls down, how it looks connected as opposed to disconnected. And just so you guys know, all my Tune 45 Academy members, there is I think it's like 45-minute long version of this tutorial on the Academy. Just go to my page once you log in and you'll be able to watch it. All right, so at this point, the blend is done. I'm just detailing at this point. And again, I'm just kind of following all my steps, except I'm going in reverse. I'm blending down as opposed to blending up. And I'm looking for little dark areas, little imperfections that I can kind of just use the corners of my teeth on my clipper to detail and get the best possible blend I can on my client. All right, let's go ahead and start to line him up. I'm gonna try to keep it as natural as possible, and it looked like the previous time he got lined up, they went a little bit back on the C cup, which is why you see me here rebalding it and blending out this sideburn area, because I don't want it to look like it's new growth. I want it to look like you know, it's just his hairline. So we're gonna blend it out a little bit. That way the new growth doesn't look lighter than the rest of his sideburn. And I hope you see the difference and you understand what I'm talking about. It's kind of hard to explain, but all right, so you guys can kind of see it looks a little better, I feel like, in the C cup area. All right, we're gonna go ahead and repeat the same steps on this side, except this side is a little bit different. And you know, I like to point out the challenges in every haircut. I don't like to just highlight and show you guys, you know, the cut. I like to point out the challenges, because I'm not perfect, and I don't think any of us are. And I think that's where you learn. You learn the most by pointing out those challenges. And so on this side, it was definitely more challenging, to the point where it definitely was a higher fade on this side, and I went back to the other side to try to spread that blend out towards the end. And part of it is because of the way that the hair grows, especially towards the bulk. I didn't want to lower the bulk too much, and then I lose that connected look. But because I don't know if you guys can see in the middle of that bulk, there's like a split. There's like a light area where it splits. And so the hair starts to grow in different directions. So especially with this one guard open, and then the two guard, it's really hard to blend into the bulk. It almost looks like there's a line there. It was really hard this side. And I followed the same steps that I did before. I just had to do a lot more detailing on this side. Now I will say that the lineup on this side was easier. It wasn't really pushed back the last time. There wasn't new growth, and it was just a good C cup that I can line up and leave natural and wide. All right, so this is the area I was talking about. Look how it's still disconnected looking. I'm at my 1.5 guard now, and it's just not blending the same way that the other side did. And again, it's because look at how the hair grows to the left. It grows sideways. So I even went up to this number 3 guard to try to debulk this a little bit, so that the transition into that bulk looks better, because I don't want to cut that bulk down. So I started blending down from that number 3 to try to, you know, clean this up as much as I can. Especially here in this area. That area just didn't want to blend. And I'm following, look, I even went up to a number 4 guard. Yo, what's going on here? I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, y'all making me look bad in front of all my friends that are watching this video. So anyways, I moved on, because sometimes you can overcut hair and make things worse. I moved on, got to the lineup, and then I'll go back after I've reset my eyes, I've reset my braid, and then I can go back after I line him up and detail it. Sometimes you got to do that, guys. Sometimes you just have to. All right, and this is where I went to this side and started to spread it out some more, just because the other side was spread out more. Like, this side took the blend so lovely. The other side, the other side don't like me. See, I was feeling this side, but this side, this went. You guys ever feel like you have a hot week and you feel like you doing the blurriest cuts, and you start feeling yourself, you start feeling confident in the shop, and then next week you get that one cut that gives you a reality check, make you start rethinking your career? Let me know in the comments if you guys could feel me with that one. All right, so I had to come back on this side and start to detail it after I lined it up. I also had to keep my composure. I don't want my client to think that I'm stressing this cut, you know? Now with the beard, you know, he wanted it how it is. And then with the mustache, he just wanted me to shave it off with the trimmer, except with his mustache, it's so dense that it still looked like he had a mustache. So he just wanted it natural. He wanted it really, really short, like trimmer short. And then we just lined up the beard and we left the mustache natural. You'll see what I'm talking about in a bit. Because his facial hair is so coarse, so thick, the density is crazy, and he's got salt and pepper, you know, facial hair. Definitely want to use the shaver, or you're not going to be able to see the difference between such a short beard and his neckline. And then I followed it up with the razor as well, so you're gonna see me put shave gel at the bottom of his beard here. And so that's how I'm gonna be able to clean it up and really get the beard to show up. The razor I'm using, the brand that I like a couple brands. I like the Dorco Primes, I like the Astras, and those are the only two that I buy. The ones I'm using right now are the Astras. Could never go wrong with Astras, never. Big difference with the razor, right? All right, guys, so we're gonna take the hair clips out, and look, as soon as they fall, it looks like it's connected. We're gonna go ahead and enhance the cut on both sides, because I love enhancements. Shout out to all my enhancers out there. Keep enhancing. Enhance team. I'm about to make t-shirts. Alright, guys, so check out the before. Here go the after. Look how it looks connected. I'm like super hype about this. How it came out looking connected at the end. You guys could tell, I'm sure. Because for the longest time when I was in barber school, I didn't know how to make a disconnected cut look connected. And there it is, guys. This is the finished product. It was a tough cut. It was challenging, in my opinion. I know there's going to be some people in there that said that they could have done this in 2 seconds, the same haircut. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I ain't perfect. That was a tough cut. See you on the next video.